You came back. Thank you so much. I hope you had an amazing New Year's Eve celebration. Today's BrightCube is things I learned from TEDx Hollywood. If you don't know about TED, basically it's ideas worth sharing. It was invite only, so I thought, well, I haven't got an invite. They don't know who I am, so maybe what if I just emailed the organizer? So I emailed the organizer, a guy called Ken Hertz. He's an entertainment lawyer for Will Smith, will.i.am. Don't know any other Wills. And he got back to me. I basically said, can I come to TEDx Hollywood on the guest list? And sure enough, he replied and said, yes, I can. And they drop knowledge from the future. It felt like they were prophets, just like coming from distant lands. So the first thing I learned was about news. A guy from the Hollywood Reporter, editor of this magazine here, he talked about the distinction between what's viral and what's newsworthy now. And we need to search for news which is kind of swept under the rug. We need to be smart news consumers. We need to go out and actually do our own journalism, do our own documenting. This is kind of the vision behind BrightCube. Fed up with the stereotype of our generation being kind of lazy, but we're actually go-getters, we're unconventional, we're entrepreneurs, we're hustlers. We need to wear this more. This is a social media online condom. You know, we need to start wearing this. It's a thimble, to stop us from touching the screens. But the question we have to ask ourselves before we dive into, social things is, how is it in real life? How's my family doing? How's my friends? What's my motive for going online? Virtual reality is going to kick off. He did an amazing talk. I went and talked to him afterwards and I said, could I come and spend some time at your company? We exchanged details, I got in touch. I went over to Venice Beach at the end of my trip. It was amazing. I was on a boat on the Amazon. I was in a musician's studio. I was at the center of a Cirque du Soleil performance. It was absolutely incredible. And I asked them if I could be a writer for their virtual reality stuff. It's in its infant stages. Why can't I just create content? Ask yourself, could I do something for virtual reality and just send it off and see what happens? The next thing I learned was from Aloe Black. I need a dollar. Because the whole theme was technology and humanity. We got the humanity, the side, Spotify is such incredible technology that we can stream music. But let's look at the human impact of what it's doing to artists. And we had a futurist guy come in. There's going to be a normalization of autonomous transportation. So Uber, they're going to get self-driving cars and it's going to transform the world as we know it. And then the last thing I learned, Jon Favreau, and he directed Jungle Book, Iron Man, Elf, with all the cool CGI stuff. There needs to be a human element, there needs to be a human connection. That's the heart of BrightCube. Go out and meet people face to face. Do your own journalism. Think about the human impact of technology. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Follow me on Instagram @bright.cube. Let's go.